In the shadowed corridors of ancient palaces, where whispers of betrayal echo like that burn brighter than any flame, have you ever wondered what secrets lie waiting in the wings of tomorrow's tales? What if the man who has already captivated millions with his piercing gaze and unyielding charm is poised to shatter expectations once more, delivering not just stories, but seismic shifts in the world of Chinese drama? Picture this: a figure rising from the ashes of past glories, ready to ignite screens across the globe with narratives that twist like serpents and grip like iron chains. We are not here to spread rumors. We are here to slow everything down, to rewind the timeline, to examine what was said, what was never said, and what might have been hidden in plain sight all along. And trust me, you may think you know this story already, the tale of Sukai, the enigmatic actor whose every role seems to pulse with an undercurrent of destiny. But wait. Here's where it gets crazy. What if the 4 upcoming dramas set to unfold in the haze of 2025 and 2026 are not merely entertainment, but portals into realms of fire, fate, forbidden love, and forbidden truths? What if these stories, woven with threads of suspense, romance, and shadowy intrigue, hold the key to understanding why Sukai is not just a star, but a force that could redefine an entire era? Lean in closer, because we're about to peel back the layers, one deliberate step at a time, and you won't want to look away, not for a single, breathless moment. Let us begin by stepping back, far back, into the origins of this magnetic presence. Sukai didn't burst onto the scene like a comet. No, his ascent was more like the slow build of a storm over distant mountains. Born in the bustling heart of Shenzhen, he first caught the eye as a model, his chiseled features and quiet intensity drawing comparisons to ancient warriors reborn in modern light. But it was in 2018, with the opulent whirlwind of story of Yinshi Palace, that the world truly saw him, not as a mere actor, but as Fucha Fuheng, the loyal guardian whose tragic love story left audiences weeping across continents. Remember those nights you stayed up, mesmerized by his portrayal of a man torn between duty and desire? Or how about the legends in 2019, where he embodied the brooding demon hunter, blending ferocity with fragility in ways that made hearts race? Fast forward through hits like Falling Into Your Smile and Sword and Fairy, and you see a pattern emerging. Sukai doesn't just play roles, he inhabits them, infusing each with a depth that lingers long after the credits roll. But here's the question that keeps me up at night: what drives a performer like him to choose projects that push boundaries, that delve into the human soul's darkest corners? Is it the thrill of reinvention, or something deeper, a personal quest mirrored in the characters he brings to life? As we rewind further, consider his evolution from romantic leads to complex anti-heroes, each step building toward this pivotal moment in 2025 and 2026. And now, as the calendar turns, we stand on the precipice of 4 masterpieces that promise to elevate him, and us, into uncharted territory. But wait, don't rush ahead just yet. Let's savor this anticipation, because the revelations are only beginning. Imagine, if you will, a world where flames don't just destroy, they reveal. This is the essence of Fire Investigator, Sukai's daring foray into the gritty realm of modern suspense, slated for an early 2026 unveiling on Youku. Here, he steps into the boots of Yutong, a fire investigator whose extraordinary 4-color vision allows him to see truths hidden in the scorched remnants of catastrophe. But what if that gift is also a curse, pulling him into a web of arson, betrayal, and buried secrets? Picture Yutong arriving at a university campus engulfed in inexplicable flames, only to cross paths with the sharp-witted detective Lin Yao Tao, played by the formidable Lu Yitai. Their alliance starts as a reluctant necessity, born from a spontaneous combustion that defies logic, but evolves into something profound, a brotherhood tested by fire, literally and figuratively. As they traverse the country, unraveling cases that expose societal underbellies like corruption in forgotten towns or vendettas smoldering for decades, Yutong's past emerges like smoke from embers. What horrors from his childhood fuel his relentless pursuit of justice? And how does Lin Yao Tao's by-the-book demeanor clash with Yu Tong's intuitive leaps, creating friction that could either forge unbreakable bonds or lead to explosive fallout? Here's where it gets crazy. This isn't just a procedural drama, it's a psychological labyrinth, where each fire scene peels away layers of human frailty. Will Yu Tong confront the demons that haunt him, or will the flames consume everything he holds dear? As you ponder that, ask yourself, have you ever stared into a blaze and wondered what stories it could tell if it could speak? Sukai's performance here is rumored to be his most raw yet, blending physical intensity with emotional vulnerability, and with 24 episodes to unfold this inferno, you'll find yourself glued, questioning every spark along the way. But let's not linger too long in the heat of the present. Instead, allow me to transport you to a bygone era where love blooms amid the thorns of adversity. Enter E.O. Chun, or A Cup of Love, a 30-episode historical romance poised to captivate hearts in mid-2026, adapted from UCG's poignant novel. Sukai embodies Shenrun, a nobleman exiled to the harsh frontiers of the army after a family tragedy shatters his world. Fate intervenes when he encounters Xie Qingyuan, portrayed by the luminous Zhou Yi, a young woman orphaned and left to survive on the unforgiving streets. Their initial pact is one of sheer survival, two souls clinging to each other in a storm of misfortune, but as years pass, it blossoms into a tapestry of trust, ambition, and unspoken yearning. Rewind with me. Xie Qingyuan, disguised and determined, returns to her ancestral home to unearth the truth behind her mother's wrongful death, navigating a labyrinth of court intrigues and familial deceptions. Shenrun, now a high-ranking official, stands by her side, his loyalty a shield against the arrows of betrayal. But what if their bond, forged in hardship, is threatened by the very secrets they're chasing? Imagine the opulent halls of ancient China, where whispers of conspiracy echo off silk-draped walls, and every glance between Shenrun and Xie Qingyuan carries the weight of forbidden passion. Here's where it gets crazy. This drama isn't content with surface-level romance, it dives into themes of redemption and resilience, questioning whether love can heal the scars of loss or if destiny will demand a steeper price. With political machinations swirling like autumn leaves, you'll be left wondering, can two broken hearts rewrite their fates, or will the past shadows eclipse their future? Sukai's dual portrayal of vulnerability and strength promises to be a masterclass, drawing you deeper into this epic saga with every episode, making you crave the next sip from this intoxicating cup. Now, slow down even further as we venture into the chilling confines of a small town trapped in its own nightmares. Fang Yuan Ba by Me, translated as Within an 800-meter radius, is Sukai's bold pivot to period suspense, a 20-episode thriller set in the late 1990s and eyed for a 2026 release on Tencent. Here, he transforms into Chen Hui, a man returning to the mining town of Fengyang amid whispers of unsolved murders and unearthed corpses. What begins as a personal quest, perhaps tied to his own family's fractured history, spirals into a deadly game where every neighbor could be a suspect, and the town's 800-meter radius feels like an inescapable cage. Joined by the veteran Ding Yongdai as his father figure Chen Hongbing, and the rising star Deng Yanqi as the enigmatic Gao Songa, Chen Hui digs into a web of old grudges and hidden agendas that stretch back decades. Picture the dusty streets of a forgotten, where the discovery of a female corpse ignites a chain of events that exposes corruption, revenge, and the dark underbelly of progress. But wait, what if Chen Hui's pursuit uncovers truths about his own lineage that shatter his reality? Here's where it gets crazy. This drama masterfully blends psychological tension with atmospheric dread, forcing you to question alliances at every turn. Is Gao Songa an ally or a harbinger of doom? And how does the father-son dynamic between Chen Hui and Chen Hongbing fracture under the weight of revelations? With its compact episode count, each installment builds like a tightening noose, leaving you breathless and begging for more. Sukai's rugged, introspective take on Chen Hui marks a departure from his romantic personas, inviting you to explore the shadows within us all. Have you ever considered how close danger lurks in the places we call home? Finally, as our journey nears its crescendo, we arrive at the ethereal mysteries of Tian Dui Wen Lu, or Strange Tales of the Capital, a historical suspense thriller with 36 episodes brewing for late 2026 on Mango TV and Hunan TV. Sukai stars as Shi Wuming, a brilliant magistrate promoted to the Dali Temple in the bustling heart of Tiandu City, only to find himself ensnared in a series of macabre cases that blur the line between the natural and the supernatural. From the legend of Ziyi, a vengeful female ghost preying on men, to bizarre deaths that defy explanation, Shi Wuming teams up with the steadfast Su Shuelu, played by Miles Wei, and the insightful Zhang Huiwen as a key ally. Rewind the timeline, Shi Wuming arrives in Chang'an as a celebrated solver of riddles from Ping'an County, but the capital's shadows hide perils far greater than rural enigmas. What ancient curses or human machinations fuel these horrors? And how does Shi Wuming's genius clash with the bureaucratic intrigues of the court, where allies can turn to adversaries in a heartbeat? Here's where it gets crazy. This isn't mere detective fare, it's a Gothic tapestry of folklore and forensics, where each case peels back layers of societal decay, from forbidden rituals to power struggles that echo through eternity. Will Shi Wuming unravel the threads before the darkness claims him? Or is there a personal connection to these tales that will force him to confront his own hidden past? With Sukai channeling intellectual intensity and quiet resolve, this drama promises to haunt your thoughts long after, prompting you to ask, what legends lurk in your own history, waiting to be unearthed? As we emerge from this deep dive, consider the bigger picture. Sukai's quartet of upcoming dramas isn't just a lineup, it's a symphony of transformation, each note resonating with themes of justice, love, mystery, and self-discovery. From the blazing trails of Fire Investigator to the whispered enigmas of Tian Dui Wen Lu, these stories invite us to question our realities, to linger in the pauses between revelations. But wait, could this be the moment Sukai cements his legacy as the undisputed king of Chinese drama? What secrets might these projects hold that we've yet to uncover? Stay tuned, for the timeline continues to unwind, and the best is yet to come.